So Navi Nurses is the first tech-enabled platform that allows the average ordinary person to hire a nurse on demand for whatever they need. You know, I actually never thought I'd become a nurse. I actually became a nurse because when my grandmother was diagnosed with cancer, we had to take her home, and I learned as a family caregiver how hard of a job that is and how our current resources really aren't enough for people to be able to take care of themselves and their loved ones. And so there's this gap, and then when I became a nurse, actually the whole experience inspired me to become one. That was actually the point where I realized that there's millions of people that experience this every single year, and what I thought and experienced wasn't unique to myself and my family. So we just have a huge opportunity to help people transition home from the hospital and also transition through a new diagnosis or a new way of living or being with a medical condition. So that was really what inspired me. And I'd often have patients that would ask, hey, can I hire you? Can I pay for you to come home? And so I would just see people constantly requesting to have that care at home because they knew what they would have either wasn't enough, or 60% of people go home and they don't have access to home health. So it doesn't mean that because they don't qualify for it, they still don't, they still want it even if they don't qualify for it. This is an idea that I've had for a long time, but I think it became a reality for me just right before COVID hit. I was like, okay, we've got to actually do something about this, and I had kind of built the structure for what the model should be, and that was probably 2019, so right before COVID. And then my business partner and I, we actually both worked at the same unit at Mayo Clinic, and we were like, okay, let's do this together. And then our unit became a COVID unit at the hospital, so we had to stay and take care of our community. But by January 2021 is when we really started taking clients. So we've grown from 2 to 136 nurses since last January, and we've almost provided 15,000 hours of care. So it's really exciting work. I think transitioning from being a bedside nurse to actually an entrepreneur it's a massive transformation in general. So I mean, I'm skilled at taking care of people and understanding medications and what they need, and so having to learn just basic business concepts was a lot. And how do I put together a great presentation for investors and financial modeling and all of that? It's just been a big learning experience for me, but a fun one. And there's a lot of resources here in the Valley to help support that, which is really great. I like to think that we lead with empathy. My business partner and I both, that's part of who we are and how we want to build our company. And I also think that as a nurse, one of the biggest things that we begin to rely on is our gut. We just know when something's right or when it's not right. And that's been a huge benefit for me, I think, coming into the entrepreneurship space, is that I really feel confident in trusting my gut. And that's been amazing. It's been a lot of little steps to get to where we're at, and I think the most important thing is that we've knocked on every door that exists, and we get to decide whether we want to walk through it or not. And so really looking for the opportunities for us to become engaged and learn and continue to grow and connect with people, that's been really pivotal for us. And then actually having the opportunities open up and be able to take has just been amazing. Number one, it's the people. I think Startup AZ is just made of incredible individuals who, they're not only just so incredibly smart, but they care, and they're building a culture that's based off of empowering one another and being generous and kind to our community. And I think that resonates a lot with me as a person and as a business owner, and those are the sorts of people and organizations I really want to be aligned with. And just everything that they're doing to support each other, it felt so natural for us because we're nurses, and so we need more support than probably the average person who maybe has been in the startup world for a while. So it's been wonderful. I would say Arizona is really rich in the most extraordinary people and environments in general. Like there's so many things to tap into for support, mentorship, and there's so many different opportunities, whether it's from the Arizona Commerce Authority or the Tech Council or, you know, the Flynn Foundation. There's so many different ways to connect with people, and every single person wants to help you build and grow, and that's just a beautiful experience. So people are genuine and they want to help. They want to help support you, and I think that's what makes Arizona such a special place. So I would just encourage people to actually step outside, start to meet people and connect, and pretty soon you'll know everyone, and everyone's so welcoming.